Have you noticed something interesting that's been happening during this year's World Cup? It's not just the incredible matches or the electric atmosphere inside the stadiums, it's what's happening outside of them. So, over the past few weeks, my social media feed has been flooded with videos from visitors who traveled to the United States for the World Cup. Many of them are from Europe, and what caught my attention is that they all seem to be saying the same thing. So, in this video, I'm going to share some of those clips, and honestly, they're really fascinating. You'll hear people say things like, I can't believe how wrong I was about America. Others even say, I owe the US an apology. Now, of course, these are their personal experiences, right? They don't represent every visitor, and they certainly don't define an entire country. But when you start hearing the same message from people who don't even know each other, you can't help but pay attention. So many of them admit they arrived expecting something completely different. They expected people to be rude. They expected to feel unwelcome. Some expected the country to be chaotic or even unsafe everywhere they went. But why? Because that's the picture they had built over the years. Not necessarily from visiting America themselves, but from news headlines, social media, YouTube videos, movies, and conversations with other people. Then they got here, and suddenly, their expectations collided with reality. So instead of cold interactions, they found strangers saying, Welcome. Instead of people keeping to themselves, they found conversations in coffee shops, restaurants, and even while crossing the street. So they talk about restaurant servers who genuinely seemed happy to help, volunteers going out of their way to give directions, and random people striking up conversations just because they heard an accent. And then there are the funny observations, the pickup trucks, the grocery stores that seem bigger than airports, gas stations that look like mall, the endless snack aisles, the free refills, the portion sizes that could probably feed 3 people. Some of these visitors are absolutely amazed, and honestly, it's pretty entertaining to watch. But I think there's a much bigger story here. These videos aren't really about burgers or grocery stores. They're about perception. So if you think about it, how many opinions do we have about places we've never actually been? I've had a lot. How often do we think we know what a country is like simply because we've watched enough videos or read enough headlines? The truth is, the internet has become really good at showing us the extremes. Agree or disagree? It's my opinion. Conflict gets clicks, drama gets views, outrage spreads faster than kindness. If someone has a terrible experience, millions of people might hear about it. But if someone has an ordinary day filled with friendly conversations, helpful strangers, and moments of kindness, that usually doesn't go viral. And maybe that's why these videos are
Like this rubbish that they push all over the news, I think it's doing wonders for this country. And I just love to see the vibes, like the true American positive vibes of, hey, let's just have a good time, man.
are resonating with so many people. They're showing something refreshingly ordinary. They're showing real people. One of the things I love most about travel is that it forces us to question what we think we know. You stop seeing places through someone else's camera lens because you get to see and experience things. You stop relying on stereotypes because you get to witness. You start having your own experiences. And sometimes those experiences completely surprise you. And that's exactly what seems to be happening with many of these World Cup visitors. They're discovering an America that isn't perfect, but it's also not the America they expected. And let's be fair, no country is perfect. Not the United States, not the countries these visitors came from. Every nation has challenges. Every society has problems. But what these clips remind me is that people are often much kinder than the headlines would have us believe. The World Cup has always been about bringing the world together through sport, much like the Olympics. Actually, I have not been a big fan until this year. But this year, it seems to be doing something even bigger. It's creating conversations. It's breaking stereotypes. It's reminding people that you really can't understand a place until you've actually been there. So as I share these clips, I hope you'll watch them with an open mind. Not because they prove that America is perfect, they don't. And not because every visitor feels exactly the same, they don't. But because they remind us of something that's becoming increasingly rare in today's world. The willingness to admit, I was wrong. That takes humility. And honestly, I think we could all use a little more of that. Whether we're talking about countries, cultures, or even the people we meet every day. It reminds us that assumptions are easy. Experience is better. Now, let's take a look at some of these incredible reactions. I think you'll find them as interesting as I did.
Friendly, so welcoming, so calming.
Slow down. That are willing to invite you to come and tailgate with them before a game. They'll help you if you've broken down on the roads. If you're
so much like pride for the country. They love the country so much. It's everything about it. The national anthem was incredible. Amazing. I had goosebumps all over. They have so much.
The Scots in Boston, the Algerian folks in Kansas.
Went to the airport to go home, and I thought, I'm not going home. I'm staying. So I get back out of the taxi, I got another taxi straight back into Boston to come here. Boston people are amazing.
What? I was told by European news outlets that I'd probably be the victim of a shooting. I'm here, and I realize how beautiful this place is. That's what people are realizing I'm here for.
How you feeling? The best day of my life.
This video showing Scottish soccer fans singing the national anthem makes me question the patriotism from people in our own country.
Fans are experiencing a sort of culture shock in the States.
Costco is even bigger than Walmart. I'm way too European for this. I'm not able to understand.
While over in Boston, Scotland soccer fans known as the Tartan Army celebrating their win over Haiti by taking part in an all-American sing-along.
To the World Cup, and you are coming to one of the 11 cities hosted in the U.S.
Sometimes the greatest lesson travel teaches us isn't about the destination, it's about ourselves. And maybe that's one of the greatest gifts this World Cup has given us. Not just unforgettable soccer or football, but a reminder that when we step outside our comfort zones and meet people face to face, we often discover that the world is a little kinder, a little friendlier, and a lot more connected than we ever imagined.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more.